All right, today we are going to talk about the reality check assignment. This one's kind of fun and it's pretty easy. It won't take you long at all. Um, what I want you to do is I want you to go back to, if you recall, this um, website. We used it last semester when we were doing all of our interest inventories and everything. And your username and password is on the spreadsheet on Schoology. So that should all be there. So your username and password, type that in. You're going to get to a page that looks like this, right? If you recall. And in this assessments area, this is where we did all of those other things. Remember, we did the interest profiler short form, we did the career cluster inventory, and we did the learning style survey. So those you've already done. So you have experience with this website before, hopefully. So if you just hover over assessments, don't actually click on it. If you just hover over it and you go all the way over here to where it says reality check, well, that's what we're going to do today. So if you click on reality check, it's going to take you to the reality check page, and you're going to have to scroll down. You can watch this video if you'd like. It just kind of explains a little bit about what you're doing. But basically, I'm going to show you what you're doing. So scroll down and you'll find this button that says start your reality check. So start your reality check. Now, for this reality check, for the purpose of this assignment, we are going to assume that you are going to live in Minnesota. I know some of you do not plan on living in Minnesota, and that's fine. But for the purposes of this assignment, I would like you to live in Minnesota. So you can decide whereabouts you want to live. If you want to stick around the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, if you want to head up north to Duluth or Bemidji, maybe you want to go down to Rochester, Mankato, Marshall, out there in the southwestern corner. Just choose where you'd like to live. So you just have to select a city, select an area, okay? The city you might want to live in might not be here, but find the area that you maybe would like to live in. I'm going to stick with Minneapolis-St. Paul. And then you just click next. And all it's going to do is it's going to take you through all of the things that you have to pay for when you live on your own. So you're moving out of your parents' house. What kind of housing are you going to need? You could still live with your parents, but I think eventually you'll get to the point, we all do, get to the point where we want to have some of our own space and we need to be out on our own. Okay, so what kind of place are you going to get? 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, a house, or if you have an exact amount that you plan to spend on housing each month, you can put it in right here. You just click on that and then you have to type in, I'm going to spend $500 or whatever. $500 is not very much. It's definitely, you're going to be spending more than that on housing. Okay. So all you have to do is click on it and then hit next. And then each of these things, so once you get a place to live, you need electricity, heat, and other utilities. So you just have to click on the ones. So like you need electricity because you have to, charge your phone. You have to maybe have a television or a computer or video games or whatever, lights, a refrigerator, all the things that we use electricity for. So you're definitely going to have electricity. Most houses also have gas to heat the home. Water. Sometimes you can, if you live in an apartment, you might not have to pay for water, but sometimes it's kind of rolled into the cost of the rent. So you definitely need water and trash. You do have to pay for trash. People have to come and take away your trash. They need to be paid. You have to pay for it. Again, if you live in an apartment, a lot of times that's kind of rolled into the cost of the rent. And then just click next. So that's all you're going to do is you're going to go through here and you're going to decide which of these things you're going to need. Okay. Most of us have a cell phone for sure, but a lot of us don't have an actual phone that's in our house. And if you have questions about what these things are, if you just put your cursor over it, you'll see it pops up with this little box that explains a little bit more about it. So again, you can kind of go through here and do all of that. So cell phone, definitely need internet. I'm going to run through this real quick, and then I'll show you what happens at the end. Okay, so all right, once you get through all of the bills and everything up here at the top, as you can see, I've gotten all my costs up there. You're going to get to this end where it talks about student loans. Most of the time when we go to college, we can't just afford to pay for college. A lot of times we have to take out student loans to help us pay for college. Well, that means that we have to pay those back eventually. Okay, so based on the career that you chose, the career that you wanted to do, what kind of degree or training did you need? Did you need just a little bit of, did you need no training, just a little bit of training, an associate's degree, so like 2 years of school, a bachelor's degree, which is 4 years of school, or a graduate degree, which is more than 4 years of school. So that's for those of you who are going to be like doctors or veterinarians and that kind of thing. You need more school. Okay, and so you'd have to select like I said, vets and doctors, you got to have a doctoral degree. So you'd have to click on that. For mine, I just needed a 4-year degree, so I'm going to click on bachelor's degree and then hit next. And then you have to decide how much money you save. And we're going to talk more about savings later. But savings is really important. So you definitely should put something in savings. You can choose to put nothing in savings, but like I said, it is pretty important. So I definitely put some money in savings. So then at the end, you're going to get a little screen that looks like this. And as you can see, it has all of the things that I'm spending money on. Okay. And it's going to give me the total salary needed. So this means that in order to live this lifestyle that I want to live, I need a salary of $57,111 per year. Okay, because my monthly expenses are $3,780, and that's just for me. That's just for one person. Okay, so these are the kind of things that we're going to be talking about for the rest of the year, is budgeting and making sure you have enough money to pay for all these things. So what I want you to do from here is I want you to take a screenshot of this, and if you can, try to get all of it in one picture like this. If you need to, you can always make your screen a little bit smaller, just by holding down Control and then the dash will make your screen go smaller, right? So try to get so that all of this is on one, and then do the print screen, which I believe is Control and then that little box thing that kind of looks like a microwave on your Chromebooks. So do the print screen, and then what I want you to do is I just want you to make a new document. So you're just gonna go into your Drive, right? And you're going to make a new document. And then you can just paste your picture right in there so that it looks like this. Okay? Oops, there we go. Then what I would like you to do, if you click next and you say, I understand, you're going to get to this next page here, scroll down, click next, and then it's going to say, do you know which career clusters you're interested in? If you remember your career cluster choice, you can say yes and choose your career cluster. You might have to scroll down. Like for me, mine was STEM, so I'm going to go to STEM and then hit apply. So now what's going to happen is it's going to show me all of the careers in this career cluster that make a salary of $57,111, which will be enough money for me to pay for the life that I want to live. And click next, and you're going to get a whole list, right? And so what I want you to do is I want you to choose careers from this list. Okay. So if we go back here, boop, 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 boop. This is the spreadsheet. So I want you to add 5 careers you're interested in your Google Doc. So it's going to end up looking like this. Okay. So you have your reality check with all of your stuff on there, and then you're just going to type at the bottom 5 careers I'm interested in. Okay, so you're going to go boom, 5 careers, right? That's it. And you pick 5 from this list. Don't just pick the first 5. So if they're all A, B's, and C's, because it's alphabetical, I'm going to know. Don't just pick the first ones. Pick ones that you actually think that you might be interested in doing. There are some, like as you can see on my list, there are some that make over $100,000 a year. Just because it makes a ton of money doesn't mean that it's something that I want to do, right? I don't necessarily want to be a nuclear engineer, personally, not for me. All right, so that's it. And then you're going to take this and you're going to turn it in on Schoology. All right, have fun.